Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Ladies and gentlemen, on my channel, I'm always telling you guys, live an active lifestyle, make smart nutritional choices. Move more, sit less, right? It's not about perfection, but about consistency. It's not about what you look like, but about how you feel. I'm always telling you guys these things, right? You don't need a gym to actually work out. You don't need any fancy equipment. And I've told you guys about focusing on the heart muscle, right? Focusing on the heart muscle, your heart rate, not necessarily the shoulder muscles, right? The biceps and, the ab muscles and all these kinds of things, your chest. Don't focus on those muscles. Focus on the heart muscle. And I've told you guys about, things like, everyday tasks become a challenge for us now. And sometimes, when you're around people, you can notice people who are not in good shape. And it's not necessarily their physical appearance that will let you know that someone's not in great physical condition. Because I told you guys, looks can be deceiving. That's why you never chase the look, right? Sometimes you see people, they look amazing. They look great on the beach, maybe without their shirt on. They look fantastic. And you might think to yourself, I want to look like that guy, or I want to look like this woman, whatever the case may be. But remember, just because they look a certain way does not mean that they feel good inside. And that's why I tell you guys to chase the feeling. The look will come. If you're living an active lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen, you're making smart nutritional choices, the look will come. Now, maybe you won't look like me. Maybe you won't look like that person or that woman. But remember, that's why it's not important, the look, because we're never going to look like each other. You're never going to look like me. I'm not going to look like you. You're not going to look like that person. So do not chase the look. You will be chasing that look and you'll never be satisfied. You'll never get there. So remember, some people look great, but they feel terrible. So I've told you guys, sometimes you'll see people and you can hear them. And you know what I'm talking about, guys? Those people that you're around. And like I said, they don't necessarily look like they're out of shape, but they sound like they're out of shape. You can hear these people breathing. You know what I'm talking about. You've heard these people, whether they're wheezing in the chest, and it's not a sickness, right? They're just being lazy. They've been lazy so long that their body's starting to give them the signs and the symptoms of this laziness. Sometimes you can hear people breathing when they're not doing anything. You guys have probably seen those people. Maybe you're one of those people that you breathe heavy even when you're not exerting yourself. When you're not doing anything, that should be make you breathe heavy, you can hear people breathing, right? So that's why I tell you guys something as simple as parking your car further away and walking farther into work or wherever you're going can help you get back on track, because it's just something that simple, ladies and gentlemen, that people don't even realize. They overlook these things. Those simple things add up over the course of your life. So now you're 40 years old, you're 45, you're 50 years old, you're standing around not doing anything, and people can hear you breathing. You can hear yourself breathing. You can feel yourself laboring to breathe just from not doing anything, just from trying to keep yourself alive. Essentially, what's going on here. Remember, you should not be having a high heart rate when you're not doing anything. Your resting heart rate should be very important. You should know what that is. And I've told you, you guys want to be in that, 60 to 70 range on a resting heart rate. My resting heart rate is probably usually somewhere around 52, 53, somewhere in there, maybe like 54, somewhere in that range. I'm in the low to mid 50s, my resting heart rate, which is very good. But once again, it's not important about what I am or where I'm at. You should be focused on where you are, and you should not have a high resting heart rate, because also that goes hand in hand with your breathing. If your heart's beating really fast all the time, or it's beating harder than it should when you're not doing anything. Remember, I'm talking about when you're not doing anything, ladies and gentlemen. Not when you're exercising or you're playing a sport or you're in a high pressure situation or something like that. Your nerves going, anxiety, and your heart might be racing a little bit. That's normal. I'm talking about if you're sitting on the couch watching TV, you're at your job, at your office, but you still feel like you're exerting yourself. Your heart's beating a little bit too fast. Your breathing is labored. I should not hear you breathing. Sometimes you can hear people breathing from their office. From down the hall, you can hear them coming up the hall. You hear them breathing. I've seen children like this. I told you guys, man, I work in a school with small children. And sometimes there are kids 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. And these kids walk up a flight of stairs. They go outside. They run down the hallway. And all of a sudden you hear them breathing heavy. They're out of breath already. This is what I'm talking about. We must take control of ourselves and our children. If we can't take care of ourselves, how are we going to take care of our children? It doesn't make sense, guys. It don't work that way. You must lead by example and show them the way. But unfortunately, for a lot of us out here, we're not keeping ourselves in good shape. So these kinds of things, what you notice in society, it's not always just necessarily the look. I told you, we look like hell out here. We do. In America, we look like hell. There's no other way to say it. There's no nice way to put it. We look like hell. We just do look like hell. And the reason we look like hell is because we're not taking care of ourselves. We don't care anymore. We eat terribly. We don't move at all. Everyone plays a victim now. Right? Everyone wants a shortcut to fitness and health. It's not going to work. People want to take, Ozempic and some of these other weird things and put these chemicals and drugs in their body for what? That's not going to work. There are no shortcuts to health and fitness, ladies and gentlemen. You got to go out there and get the work done. Just because you lost 20 pounds or, you look better in the mirror doesn't make you healthy. Doesn't mean that you are healthier or you're fitter or you're better. Doesn't mean your heart is stronger, your lungs got better. None of this stuff. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, your breathing, your lungs recover. They heal themselves. So you could smoke for 5 years and then stop. And your lungs can recover some. They can regenerate, so to speak, to a certain degree. They can heal themselves. So it behooves a lot of people to stop smoking. It works. There's a reason why people do this. I know it's very hard, ladies and gentlemen, but try not to, do these things. Try to stop if you can and understand that's part of the reason why you don't feel good. You can't breathe good because you're not moving around. You're being lazy. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, I shouldn't hear you breathing when you're not doing anything. Your heart shouldn't be beating fast if you're not doing anything because that's a bad sign, ladies and gentlemen. So remember, listen to the signs and the symptoms of your body. It's always talking to you.